Anybody have any idea why the Big Meech concert is canceled?
50 said don't ask him about it. He wish everybody the best. He has nothing to do with it. He was the first one to post that quick.
Oh my God, y'all won't believe this tea. Boosie was riding so hard for Big Meech that he literally offered to perform at his Welcome Back concert for free. Can you believe it? But honey, things went south real quick when Boosie had the audacity to tell Lil Meech he needed to stand up to 50 Cent. Like, seriously? Next thing you know, Boosie put a massive target on his own back, and I am living for this drama.
She was convicted of running a huge criminal enterprise stretching from Atlanta to Detroit and several other states. The story of Big Meech, who headed up the Black Mafia family, is also the source of a popular TV show that has been filmed right here in Atlanta. And this week, after serving nearly 20 years in prison for racketeering, dealing, and running a criminal enterprise, he is out of prison.
We all know 50 does not play when it comes to disrespect. The man is petty with a capital P, so naturally he clapped back with absolute fire. And right now it's looking pretty grim for Boosie because the internet is side-eyeing him hard. And let's be honest, the fact that he's standing by a snitch? Nobody saw that plot twist coming. Like, what happened to all that street code talk?
Ricky Rose, the time has come. Meech on. February 13th, get your tickets right now, it's going down. We know Florida gonna be there, Miami gonna be there. The legend himself gonna be in the building, making history. Meech, who else coming?
The whole nation, Detroit, St. Louis, California, everybody. Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, stand up.
Woo. We're gonna make history. Get your tickets right now. Y'all better be there.
Meanwhile, poor Lil Meech is caught in this absolute nightmare, stuck between two heavyweights. But our boy is finally speaking up for himself. Is he actually taking Boosie's advice? And can we talk about how Boosie is picking and choosing when it comes to street politics? Let's dive into this mess, because Boosie is riding for Meech day and night. He was literally ready to turn all the way up at that Welcome Back concert without a dime.
Ricky Rose, the time has come. Meech on. February 13th, get your tickets right now, it's going down. We know Florida gonna be there, Miami gonna be there. The legend himself gonna be in the building, making history. Meech, who else coming?
The whole nation, Detroit, St. Louis, California, everybody. Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, stand up.
Woo. We're gonna make history. Get your tickets right now. Y'all better be there.
And I've got to admit, Boosie wasn't wrong about one thing. Lil Meech is totally caught in the middle of this disaster. On one side, he's got his father, and on the other, he's got his mentor, the man who put his entire career on the map. But let's keep it 100. He is not trying to beef with 50. The poor guy was absolutely devastated when 50 hit that unfollow button after his dad connected with Rick Ross. He was so desperate, he texted 50 saying, Man, they just told me you unfollowed me on IG, and now you're managing Skillabang with Rocket when I was the one who brought him to you first. You didn't even know who he was. Now you're mad at me? Man, I would give you the shirt off my back. I can't believe this. You're acting like I'm the enemy, but I've only ever shown you love and loyalty. I'm human. I have my own problems, but I never switched up on you. Lil Meech also tried to explain why Big Meech linked up with Rick Ross, insisting it was strictly about money. Man, forget Ross, but he threw my pops some bread so he could hold it down till our next season kicked off. But this internet mess has me completely thrown. You know me in real life. But 50? Oh, honey, he is not known for letting things slide. He blasted those private texts on Instagram with the savage caption, "What next season, Lil Ninja?" Fans were shocked, calling it a new low even for 50. But you think he cared? Please. He turned the petty all the way up, posting that Lil Meech was about to join Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with the caption, "I'll hit up Mona Scott for him later today." The shade of it all. 50 isn't taking any chances with the son of a snitch in his circle. Plus, he's probably still haunted by when his own son Marquis posed for photos with his longtime enemy Supreme McGriff. 50's probably sitting there thinking, if Lil Meech can flip on his own father for some quick cash, what makes me think he won't do the same to me, just like Marcus did? But even with 50's reasons, Lil Meech is stressing so hard he might go bald trying to keep up with all this drama. The poor guy is out here grinding, pushing promos on Instagram, just trying to stay afloat in all this mess.
But when we go to your crib and me and Murder sitting in the backyard and you like, yo, little baby ain't give me no money. He came in the Ferrari truck, he had the Ferrari truck, he had 4 pockets full. I'm looking at this like, yo, this nigga tripping. Like, little baby he's not obligated to give you nothing. I looked at it like, from that point, maybe 50 should have brung a bag for Meech, and maybe a watch or something. Because obviously that's what Ross did or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I had in mind. Because he said it to me and Murder, and I'm sitting there analyzing it like, damn, he wanted some bread, or maybe he spent all the bread because he made a couple of million with 5. My whole thing is, maybe the relationship would be good as if you save some money for your pops.
Matter of fact, Lil Meech is completely different now. He's in full-on offensive mode. The same day he linked up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, then had the absolute nerve to flex it all over social media. He posted the pictures on Instagram with the bold caption, "Real power." The audacity.
I had to hustle. I was club to club, strip club to strip club, trying to make me some money.
Right, because you spent money getting out there.
Yeah, I spent money getting hotels. I brung me, my tootie, my family, so.
How many people did you fly out there?
We drove.
Oh, you drove?
Well, they drove.
Okay.
I flew. Probably about 12 people drove in 3 cars.
Meaning you had what?
Tootie got his own Airbnb. I had to get hotels.
Right.
Clothes.
Right. So you're probably at least 10,000 in.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Gas for the cars back.
All that.
You know.
Okay. And did Meech give you any sort of explanation as to what happened? Because it is still his show.
Nah.
Little bro was definitely swimming in dangerous waters, but he wasn't afraid to turn up the heat even more. Next thing you know, he posted another picture, this time with Big Meech and Floyd Mayweather. So yeah, it looks like he might just be taking Boosie's advice after all. But let's be real, Boosie isn't doing himself any favors by popping off like that in his interview. He straight up put a target on his own back by messing with one of the pettiest enemies alive, 50 Cent. And you already know 50 didn't waste a second before clapping back. He posted the interview clip on Instagram and threw major shade in the caption. "I did more for Meech than anybody in his life. Boosie, that's why he's moving like that. If he gets locked up, I'm the first one he's calling. I bail him out every time." But when I saw him laughing at his pop's post, I was like, oh damn, he's a snake too. Yeah, he's right where he belongs. And listen, 50 isn't just talking to fuel the beef. He really did change Lil Meech's life, and he is proud of it. In fact, he thinks the real reason Big Meech flipped on him is because he was a better mentor to his son than Big Meech ever could be. He doubled down in another Instagram post. "I've been thinking, I really think Big Meech doesn't like how close me and Meech Jr. got. I told him I don't want him doing any substances. Meanwhile, his pops is telling him how he used to pop X like it's cool. I tell him to chill, stop blowing all his money. His pops over here bragging about how much he wasted. Folks don't even know I had to send Meech Jr. to rehab. Russell Hornsby saw it. He was high as hell on set. Then dude started throwing up at a weapons test. Ian told me he had whippets in his truck. I was like, what the hell are whippets? It's that same stuff they put in BB guns. Now, it's not like Lil Meech is acting ungrateful. He said multiple times how much he appreciates everything 50 did for him.
It might have been a promotion thing because, them rappers I'm quite sure could sell out arenas, the big names. They do Rolling Loud and do all the biggest events. Shout out to all them artists, but sometimes, I don't know, maybe the business wasn't right, or maybe you never know. Maybe artists was like, hold on, I want my bag now. Because the artists will say they'll do something for free, but then management look at it like, we not getting paid. Assistants look like, a free show? We not getting paid. So we could think whatever. All them artists could have backed out on their own. Like, that. It is a free show? Nah, that.
But fans aren't convinced he still feels the same way. And while 50's son made sure to pop off,
February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert.
Like father, like son, but even though 50 might have thrown Lil Meech under the bus, let's keep it real. He held that boy down while his father was locked up, and that's exactly why some fans feel like Boosie had absolutely no business jumping into this mess. In fact, folks have been side-eyeing Boosie's entire stance on the situation. He was all in for that free concert for Meech, even with those snitching rumors floating around. And when people pressed him about it, he played completely clueless, claiming he hadn't been keeping up with all the chatter. But as for the concert, yeah, he wasn't about to go back on his word.
I wasn't going to address this, because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amarant Arena, February 13th.
Now, that's truly ironic coming from Boosie, because he's been absolutely ruthless when it comes to anybody even rumored to be snitching. Just look at how he treated ARAB when his own friend called him out for snitching. Boosie showed up to the Breakfast Club in 2023 and made it crystal clear he was done with ARAB. He straight up said, "AR was my dog, man. I had a lot of respect for him, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like he's talking. So I told him, bruh, I can't rock with you." And that's not even all of it. Boosie couldn't stand AR after that. He even dragged him on Instagram Live when AR tried to shade him while discussing his rap career after getting out of prison. AR said he had no plans to be rapping in his 40s, claiming, "I'm focused on signing artists and running a label. I ain't trying to be out here on stage like Boosie, still rapping at 40, 50 years old. I want to move like Birdman with my artists." Of course, Boosie wasn't letting that slide for a second. He clapped back immediately on X, saying, "I ain't spoke to you in years and you're still mad about what you did. LOL. I'm out here pulling $150,000 a weekend selling out shows. You don't even have a rap career and you never will. And you're right, you should be a CEO, because one thing you can't do is make music. God ain't give you that talent." Then he kept going, called AR a clout chaser, and tweeted, "Every few months you bring my name up. SMH, get me off your mind and stop trying to use me for clout. You got my number if you really got something to say. Don't forget, I was the same dude who gave you a verse and video for free when you were locked up, and I wouldn't even take the 10K you tried to pay me. You don't get no points for this. Anyway, let me get back to this music. Just hope you ain't doing the same." And let's not forget, Boosie showed T.I. absolutely no mercy either when people exposed him for snitching on his own cousin. Boosie was so done with Tip, he even scrapped their entire collab album just to make sure he wasn't linked to any rat.
Hey guys, I just saw a very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada, and I want to say to everyone, that I hope that that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world,
So why isn't Boosie giving Meech that same cold shoulder? Well, Whack 100 says Boosie is out here playing selective politics.
When you see the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like, then I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because they was dealing with that. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
And honestly, people are kind of agreeing with what Whack is saying. Boosie has fans side-eyeing him from every direction. He could have just quietly stood by Meech, but no, he had to go and make an enemy out of 50. Yeah, he fumbled that play bad, and Lord only knows how 50 is going to make him pay for it. But what do y'all think? Is 50 going to keep taking shots at Boosie? And why is Boosie out here riding for a snitch? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next video.